Hello, it's great to be with you again. Congratulations on getting to day 25 of the programme. You're now almost ready for your surgery session. By now, you should have noticed that your portion size is considerably reduced at each meal, and that the amount of water you're drinking has increased a lot. A good tip to help with reducing your portion size is to dish up all your meals on smaller plates or in smaller dishes. As a guide, a tea plate's a good sized plate to aim to eat your meals from. If you're still eating a bigger portion than this, then try dishing your meal up on your usual plate and then dividing it between 2 tea plates before you start eating. Take your first plateful and sit down with it to eat it, and leave the second one in the fridge for later. This way, if you need more than the tea plate size, you'll have it there ready, and if not, then you've got another meal healthy and ready for next time. Make sure you always leave at least 1 spoon or forkful of food on your plate at every mealtime. Now, if at first you find it a bit difficult to do, then just push a forkful of food to one side before you start eating, and make sure that you leave that forkful of food at the end of your meal. It's much easier to leave food on your plate once you're no longer hungry if you've eaten the favourite part of your meal first. Now, many of us develop the habit of saving the best bit, saving our favourite part of our meal to last. This habit would have been developed as a way of making sure that you could eat everything on your plate. Now, it's much easier to force yourself to eat your favourite food when you've eaten sufficient, feel you've got to clear your plate, than it is to force yourself to eat something that actually you really don't enjoy, something you don't like very much. Now, when you're out for a meal in a restaurant or cafe, do you usually order 2 or 3 courses? Try these tips to help you to eat more rationally. Now, when you're eating out, if there's a basket of bread on the table, just get in the habit of asking the waiter or the waitress just to take it away. And if they come round with their bread basket and offer you a bread roll, then just refuse it. When you're ordering your meal, always order your main course to arrive when everyone else on your table is having their starter. Now, you can always order a starter to follow your main course if you're still hungry after you've finished. Now, we've never had a client yet who's needed to order a starter after they've eaten their main course, but just give it a try. You can also reduce the actual amount of calories you eat by adding water to your food or air to your food to increase the volume of what you're eating. For example, whisking air into a 2-egg omelette makes the omelette appear larger, but the calories are the same. Small amount of water added to soups, sauces, things like that has exactly the same effect. And have you ever thought about the foods and drinks that you mix together to disguise the taste of one of the ingredients? Try this. If you drink spirits with a mixer, then put the spirit in one glass and the mixer in a separate glass. Take a sip of the spirit. Do you like the taste of it? Now take a sip of the mixer, and again, do you like the taste? Most times when we've done this test with clients in our practice, they say that they like the taste of the mixer on its own, but not the taste of the spirit on its own. Why then add something you don't like to something you do like, just to disguise the taste of the thing you don't like? And alcohol tends to be higher in calories. It's not always a good healthy choice, so why not just leave it out and have the mixer on its own? Immediately you've reduced the number of calories you're consuming, and of course you avoid drinking too much, and that can often affect your eating decisions as you feel less in control. You can apply this to food as well. Do you add sauces to large amounts of rice or pasta? Would you enjoy eating that rice or pasta just by itself? Again, you could leave it out, or at least reduce the quantity and just have the sauce. And try this with other foods that you mix together. See what else you're eating, just because you're mixing something you like with it to disguise the taste. I'm looking forward to speaking to you again in a few days' time. But until then, continue to enjoy your weight loss journey with us.